the goals and the ambitions and the vision of the globalist will always be opposed by the word of God. So when the nation like Britain or the other nations in the West, you see them over a period of 30 years move away from Jesus Christ and Christianity, it wasn't just by some coincidence. No, it's by design. If you understand the way that the globalists work and think, they are looking to globalize the whole world. Okay? If you have looked a little bit into communism and socialism, it's basically globalism. So it is the uniting of all the people, but united in the way that everybody has equal incomes except the government. So basically the government take control of business, of industry, of everything, and the people are suppressed to a point where they believe that everyone should be on equal pay. Yet the only ones making money are the ones in government. So it doesn't matter how hard you work in a communist system, you hit the same level. So if somebody's lazy and somebody's hardworking, their outcome of their work is the same. All of these countries that have employed this system of socialism, communism in history have failed. They've failed. Why? Because the people get suppressed and the government goes stronger and totalitarian, and all of the wealth goes to the government. So it becomes a dictatorship where the people suffer. Now, what the globalists are doing are employing this system, exactly this system. That's why you can go to a crazy left-wing rally for Palestine and everybody's there promoting socialism. Everybody's getting people to sign up to socialism. Why? Because it's all one and the same thing. So the globalists are pushing this notion. And all of these rallies are funded by the globalist bodies or the globalist figures, like George Soros, etc. So you will see that what they've been pushing for 30, 40, maybe 50 years is the destruction, bit by bit, of the strength of Christianity. So that's why you see Christianity is being demising or deteriorating in the West. Because it was purposeful. It was strategic. Why might you say that? Because the goals and the ambitions and the vision of the globalist will always be opposed by the word of God. So Christians believing in the true word of God will always oppose the borders being dropped, will always oppose other religions taking over Christian nations. It will always oppose this globalist-driven agenda of communism and socialism. It will oppose it automatically because the word of God gives you liberation. It gives you freedom. And this is opposed to totalitarian control. So the only way that these globalists could take over Britain, take over the West, take over Europe, was by disintegrating Christianity. Now, to some level, they achieved it. And they used these different weapons, okay? They used Islam, they used LGBTQ, trans stuff, they used feminism, they used race wars, they used all these different elements to break down Christianity, okay? They'll tell you, this is why you look into the Black Lives Matter thing, you look into the Palestine thing, the Ukraine thing, you look into the hyper-feminism thing, you look into all of these different elements and you'll find the same people involved in them all. The same bodies are financing them. The same characters are promoting them. Why? Because it's one group of tools, an arsenal, to try and break down Christianity in the West so that there can be a takeover. What is that takeover? It's a globalist takeover. They need to be able to get the populace of the West to agree, to some extent, to being taken over by globalist power. As you can see, it's growing closer and closer. It was the first big experiment was the COVID. And guess what? I remember during the COVID time, 2020, I woke up one day and I saw Trump on the news, Sadiq Khan on the news, Theresa May on the news. And they went from the day before, not wearing masks, to the following day, everybody's wearing masks, all of the global leaders. How? Because they were controlled by a world globalist organization, the WHO. So they are getting closer and closer and closer. And the only true resistance is not in the voting booth. It's not in the parliament. It's not in the White House. The main resistance to the globalists, who, by the way, are driven by the devil and will be the vehicle that the Antichrist is revealed through, the real only resistance is the thing that they're trying to destroy, which is Christianity. So in order for Britain to become strong again, and Europe and the West, we have to make Britain Christian again. And I think you can see Donald Trump has caught the revelation. We talked about it on the last stream. He created a faith department in the White House. He brought the powerful woman of God, Paula White, into his team. He created a department to fight anti-Christian sentiment. So Trump has caught the revelation that in order to win this battle, we need Christianity. We need it to thrive again in America. Whether there are Muslims and Sikhs and Hindus and Rastafarians in the country, it makes no difference. We can live in some level of harmony, but we have to remember that the country itself is a Christian country, and this is where we are with Britain. So making Britain Christian again doesn't mean, as I said at the beginning of this talk, that we're forcing everybody into Christianity. No. It means that our laws, our statutes, our policies, they all line up with the Holy Bible, just like they have done for centuries. So that's number one. That our schools, our media, our government are presenting Christian values, principles. Yes, we are, I said this on the last stream. Yes, we are tolerant of other religions, but tolerant from a perspective of a Christian nation. Not tolerant that we're all equal. I hear this thing about multi-faith country. No. Britain is not a multi-faith country. Britain is a Christian country that tolerates other religions. But that tolerance has gone too far. That tolerance has meant that the nation has allowed Christianity to be degraded by the tolerance of other religions. That's not what it should be. So becoming strong on our Christian values, faith, principles again means that we are standing on the solid rock and foundation that we were built on, meaning that we can't be pushed around by these globalist ideologies. And that's the only way that we are going to be able to fight and stand strong and push back against this devil-inspired globalist nonsense. It's the only way it's going to happen. So when you see you and me being on this live stream tonight, it's part of that move of God. When you see Tommy Robinson opening his stage for the likes of myself and Father Phil and Father Brett and Father Calvin and Bishop Dewar and Speaker's Corner Bob to go on that stage and talk to Tommy Robinson's audience that he's built for over a decade, it's because this is the move of God. The Spirit of God is moving in Britain now. Tommy is being convicted, just like Trump, that this is the right thing to do, that we need Christianity to oppose the evil and the darkness that's in our nations. Thank you for watching this video. For more content like this, hit the subscribe button, switch on the notification, and like the video.
God bless you.